Welcome back to another edition of Rudy's Rant, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. I am your host, Rudy Rodriguez Shomont, and this is Rudy's Rant, where we talk facts over feelings. Before I jump in, I didn't think I'd be making another video this evening, but something came across my desk, and I had to pop it out today because in a couple of days it won't have the same impact. So I felt the need to do it tonight. It is still Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas to all. It is 9:17 p.m. right now, Eastern Standard Time where I am at. So I'm gonna pop this out for y'all because I want to get some commentary on this because this is actually something that I think is kind of important to the grand scheme of college women's basketball and some of the things that I've discussed when I've been talking about UConn and Geno Auriemma and Paige Beckers and the whole nine. And I've said quite frankly that if UConn doesn't win the championship this year, Geno Auriemma should retire because the game has passed him by. He hasn't won a championship since 2016. I mean, they've been good, but they haven't been good. I don't know that they've been to I don't know how many championships they've been to since 16, but it's not a lot. So it's one of those things where at some point the game passes and you have a guy like him who is stubborn as an ox. And heck, if he had just simply recruited Caitlin Clark, probably would have been in four national championships and probably won four national championships with her playing point guard. But he chose to go a different route. So he has had to eat that crow because, yes, his teams have been good, but with Caitlin Clark, they would have been elite. That's a fact. I think we all know that. Now, they lost that game this past weekend to USC 72-70. Before I jump in a little bit deeper, thank you so much for your continued support of this channel. Greatly appreciate you. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe, hit the like button, comment. Of course, if you're returning back, I appreciate y'all. I thank you for your continued support of this. Keep doing this. I love it, and I'm going to keep putting out content. Of course, not just in women's basketball, but on all types of sports. If you haven't checked out Combat Corner, our MMA bare knuckle area, please do check it out. And of course, check out the other page that I have, Rudy's Rant, where we do, reactions to videos. So let's talk about what happened on Saturday night. We already talked about the fact that Paige Beckers got outplayed by Juju Watkins, clearly. Um, we also determined, from my opinion, that Sarah Strong is the best player at UConn. And when they run the ball through Sarah Strong, they are very, very hard to stop. USC couldn't stop her. But this game was 51-33 in the third quarter. Midway through the third quarter, about 6.5 minutes to go, KK Arnold is subbed into the game along with a couple other players. It was a Morgan Shelley and KK Arnold sub in. And from that point on, there was a certain energy that UConn had. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that USC didn't play a part in that comeback because I said myself that USC missed at least three bunny layups and turned the ball over on nonsense. So when you miss layups, you're going to let teams back in the game. And when you turn the ball over on silliness, you're going to let people back in the game. And that's kind of what happened. But got to give credit to UConn and got to give credit to KK Arnold specifically. KK Arnold comes in the game, gets a rebound, gets down to 16. She hits a layup. It's down to, where is it, right here? She hits a layup, makes it 53-39. It's down to 14. She then also has an assist to make it 53-44, cuts it down to 9. She also has another rebound. It was just an energy she brought. Then USC calls timeout, and immediately after the timeout, KK Arnold gets a steal, kicks it out to Paige Beckers for a 3. Now it's a 6-point game. In 3 minutes, an 18-point game went down to 6 with KK Arnold on the floor. And the game was, let me see, it was a 6-point game. She hits another layup. So it's a 6-point game going into the fourth quarter. Remember, this was an 18-point game with 6.5 minutes to go in the third. So what does Geno Auriemma do at the end of the third, beginning of the fourth? He takes her out of the game. He takes her out of the game. If you don't know one thing about ball is when it's going good, you don't mess with it. Leave it alone. He takes her out of the game and immediately, USC pushes the game back to 8. Immediately. And the game was an 8-point game until 6:48 to go. I'm sorry. It's an 8-point game at 7:59. So you pull her out. And yes, I do know that UConn eventually did take the lead. But that initial spot where you pull her out and USC jumps boom, boom, boom right back. And now they're up 8 instead of 6 and 4 and what have you. You change momentum. KK Arnold finishes with 5 points, 2 of 2. There was 2 rebounds, 2 steals. Now, KK Arnold does not see the floor again until 55 seconds are left in this game. She doesn't see the floor. KK Arnold is a sophomore. She was the number 6 recruit in the 2023 class. She is a McDonald's All-American, a Jordan Brand All-American, 3-time Wisconsin State Player of the Year, 2-time Wisconsin Girls Basketball Gatorade Player of the Year. She scored almost 2,500 points, 765 rebounds, 695 assists, 415 steals, 8 triple-doubles in high school. 2021 Max Preps Wisconsin Girls Basketball Player of the Year. 2021 Max Preps Second Team All-American, and they won a state championship in 2021. And you have this girl playing 15 minutes. I mean, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm missing something here. I don't know. Last year, she was 2024 freshman All Big East. So she's obviously done some good work at UConn. It's weird. It's odd to me that a player like this, who started 32 games last year, no less, averaged 9 points a game, 112 assists for the season, 3.2 assists, 82 steals, 3.1 rebounds, and she plays 30.6 minutes per game. And this year she's coming off the bench, I guess, for Caitlin Chen, and she hasn't started a game, and she's averaging less than 22 minutes a game. And in a game against USC, she plays 15. And she doesn't see the floor for the 9 minutes of the fourth quarter until the game is, what was it? What was the score here when she came back in? Probably for defensive purposes, I'm going to guess. But again, you got back in the game with defense, so why would you take her out? When did she come back into this game? She came back in the game, it was 70-69 USC. And then there was a free throws from Juju Watkins, making 72-69. She's immediately pulled out. So she played all of 8 seconds in the fourth quarter. I gotta wonder why. But I think there's a person who's really, really unhappy with this, and it is KK Arnold's mother. KK Arnold's mother is either reposting or sharing or liking comments that are being made that are directly against Geno Auriemma and the coaching staff at UConn. Obviously, it's completely Geno. He is the staff. He is the end all be all for them, and certainly, yeah. Let me pull this image up. Now, I don't know if this is the AJ Guyton who played at Indiana, but he posted, "Not understanding coaches these days. KK Arnold's energy single-handedly got UConn back in the game, and she's rewarded with 0 fourth quarter minutes." Correction, 8 seconds. Get it right. Eight whole seconds. Just enough for them to foul Juju Watkins to send her to the line. But if you see right here, the person who's right above it says Kimberly Blackwell Arnold reposted. If you scroll down, someone named Raven Allegra, KK Arnold not being in until the last 55 seconds of the fourth was a choice. Again, reposted by Kimberly Blackwell Arnold. Let's take a look at another one. Yeah, that's basically it. That's it. But as you can see right here, this is KK Arnold's mom, Kimberly Blackwell Arnold, Team Arnold. Picture of KK Arnold here. And then there was some other post I saw where she mentions her as her mom. So if you look at all these comments here, KK Arnold's defense is an absolute game changer. Then you have this one right here from someone named Pastor West, who says, God's about to elevate you. No cap, new levels, new doors, and nothing can block it. And Kimberly Blackwell Arnold reposted that as well. So maybe she's going to be out the door, leaving UConn. Motion detected. Sorry about Alexa again. She keeps talking too much today. Maybe she's going to be out the door at UConn at the end of the season, because these are the types of cryptic posts that parents will post that don't help their kids. I will say that. At the same time, while they don't help their kids, there is something to be said for a guy like Geno Auriemma, who has now, as a freshman, she played 30 plus minutes a game. And as a sophomore, her minutes have dropped. And in a game that they're down 18, she's the reason, in large part, why they came back. And then she doesn't play but 8 seconds of the fourth quarter. This is what I'm talking about when I say Geno Auriemma is past his prime. He's lost it. I don't think that anyone would ever get away with speaking negatively publicly as a parent of a player about Geno Auriemma. But you can now, because all he's done over the last 8 years is lose. And I'm not talking about lose games. I'm talking about lose when it matters. Lose when it matters. Just that simple. You know, Geno Auriemma and UConn are not judged by Elite Eights or Final Fours. They're judged by national championship banners. He set a standard for himself that he has not hit in 8 years. And when you have the best players in the country on almost a yearly basis, and you're not winning at that level, there's a problem. And when you're sitting a player down who clearly was why you got back in the game, and then you sat her for the fourth quarter, why would you do that? And you got mom now chirping, reposting stuff on Twitter, letting you know this is a problem. So I don't know what's going on at UConn, but clearly things are not peaches and cream, roses and daisies. It's not rainbows and flowers. It is a little bit uncomfortable right there right now, because they have lost 2 games and they just lost at home to USC after getting drubbed by Notre Dame last week. So let me know what you think. What is your opinion on this situation here at UConn right now? What are your thoughts of this KK Arnold balling in the third, and then not playing in the fourth, and her mom reposting stuff? Is Geno Auriemma? I mean, what's happening with Geno Auriemma? Has he lost complete control over his program? Does it? I mean, I believe he's long in the tooth, and it's time to go. Like it is for everybody. At some point, your time will come, and I do think Geno Auriemma's time has come already, and he's only getting grace because of his career. But those are my thoughts. Love to hear what you got to say about this. What did you think of the fact that she didn't play, the repost, all that stuff? I had to talk about it because it's actually a couple days old. So, what are your thoughts? Let me know what you think. And again, Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holidays, Happy Hanukkah, whatever it is that you celebrate. God bless you, and I thank you for your continued support of this channel. Please be sure to like, subscribe, follow, and subscribe if you have not done so. Become a member. Merry Christmas. God bless. This is Rudy's Rant. Facts over feelings. Come on now.